Oh, hey y'all, Fat Man Outdoors. Hey, if you liked the video, click that like button and click subscribe so that you'll get notifications whenever we post new content. Appreciate you watching. This is the Fat Man. I'm gone. Hey y'all, Fat Man Outdoors. I wanted to show you something today that I got. It's pretty cool that got from Wild Country Customs up in Washington State. Is a new grunt call. Now this call, the wood looks like walnut almost. It's pretty cool, but it's not. It's mineral poplar. This is a really cool wood. When I got it out of the package, I mentioned it to him when I got it, when I let him know that I'd received it. It had a pretty pungent smell, and I thought, what is that smell? And when I first opened the package, I thought, man, it's a powerful smell. And I told him, I said, if this thing's gonna smell like this forever, that's crazy. He said, no, it's just a mineral that's in that wood. After it stays in the air for a few days, it'll dry out and the smell's gone away. Well, it has now. It doesn't have any smell to it, but it was just pretty neat that it was that way. And he said, you think it was bad when you got it? He said, you should have been in the shop when I was turning that thing on the lathe. It had a lot of smell, that mineral in the wood, but it's gone now. You can't even smell it. It was real like almost like a real strong coffee smell. Really strong, but it's pretty neat. But anyway, it's called mineral poplar. But what I wanted to get to was, I want to show you how this call works. Then I'm going to show you the inside of it to show you why I think it's probably one of the top quality grunt calls that you can get that's on the market today. Now the first one, the first call sound I'm going to make is just a fawn bleat or a immature deer bleat, maybe a small doe that's kind of lost the other group that she's with, and she's trying to find another deer to run with. And this kind of a sound what it'll make. That's got a really good rich fleshy tone to it. That's one of the better fawn bleats or small doe bleats that I've heard. It's rich. It's not rattly. It's just real smooth. It's a flesh. I call it like a fleshy sound. It's not. It doesn't sound like something mechanical. It's very soft and toned, and it would sound a lot more like something that's making it, not somebody. And you can almost put that emphasis into it when you cup your hand and uncup your hand of, Mom, where are you? I'm looking for you, Mom. And a lot of times a young buck will come to that, because most of the time I guess they figure if there's a doe in the area, that if there's a fawn in the area making racket looking for its mom, then there's a mom in the area too. And now that's blowing out on this side of the call. Okay, now if I suck in, if I inhale through this end of a call, I get like what I would consider as a mature doe or a immature buck grunt back. It's a fleshy tone. It's not overpowering. It's not real deep. Not something that would scare away a smaller buck or be too strong to cause does to run away. It just kind of fits right in there, that it's just like a fleshy tone. It doesn't sound mechanical. Now that's breathing in on the call, and you can tell the difference because one end of the call, the cut is rounded, and on the other side it's got more of a flat edge to it, so you can tell which end's which. The flat edge on this one is the doe call. Now on the other side, if I turn the call around, it's got the rolled end on it. This is a mature buck. I really like the sound of this. That's got a real deep, rich sound, real smooth, real fleshy sound, real strong. If you could use that grunt in combination with rattling your horns a little bit, get some rattling horns or a rattling bag, and maybe thrashing a little bush that's close to you or something, or pawing the ground with the horns, and if there's a buck in the area, he knows there's another buck in the area. He's a mature buck. He's probably looking at does when he's doing that, and that other buck is going to come in. Now you got to be ready for this when that happens, because if he hears that and he's coming into all that, he's looking for a fight. So therefore, he's looking for motion. So don't be worried about moving, but don't move too much. Don't move no more than you have to. You can worry a little bit less about it because he's expecting to see some kind of movement, but you don't want to be flailing your arms and reaching for stuff. So when you get ready to start doing this, you need to have everything pretty close to you and just and then get ready, because he's coming. And when he comes in, don't worry about your movement so much. As long as you got good camo on and you ain't got yourself silhouetted nowhere, that's fine. You're going to be okay. And he's going to come to that, but you have to be ready to make a shot, because a lot of times he may run in to 20 yards away before he stops. So you have to be patient and let him get stopped, and that way you can get a good shot on him and don't mess stuff up. But that will help. And now you get even lighter bleat on this same. That's the same side. You hear that call right there? That real soft, real easy bleat. That I think would work great in early bow season, because it sounds more like a very young fawn that may have got separated, and that fawn knows to call to mom, but don't get too loud doing it. And most of the time, if there's does in the area and they pick that up, even if they've got their fawn right with them, their instinct says go to that, because that baby's in trouble and he's lost and he's scared. It'll help draw deers to you. Again, this call, guys, he's got dozens of kinds of wood he can make these out of. You just ask him for what you want, and he'll show you samples. There's samples on his website. Again, it's Wild Country Customs. The guy that operates this, Gary, is a great guy. He's really good at what he does. He understands what hunters need. He understands that you don't want more than what you have to carry in the woods, but he knows that you need what you need, and he understands what you need to be a better hunter. Now, these calls are, like I said, they're heirloom calls. They're not something 15 bucks that you're going to go to Walmart and buy the little plastic ones, and I'm going to show you this in a second. Why? Because the insides of these, they are not made like the little cheap thing you're going to go get at Walmart that's just stuck together, and the only thing holding it together is friction. You screw this call apart, and you'll notice that's brass furled in there, threaded. It's not something that's just stuck together with friction, and it's got the O-ring on it that you can adjust, change the sound. And on the other side, it's also got a ferrule in there that's brass ferrule threaded, so that when this call goes together, it screws together. You don't have to worry about losing one part. You don't have to worry about the fit not being good. It screws right down till it stops. It's got an O-ring in there to seal them off. And it's got really good sound. Same way on the other side. You can screw this other side off. It's got a brass ferrule in there just like that. You can move that O-ring up and down on the reed, change the pitch, change how deep it is, change how subtle it is. You can do a lot with this call. This is a really good grunt call. For the money, it's great. And like I said, it's going to be something you can give away to your grandkids down the road. It's not something like a cheap thing you're going to go to Walmart and everybody's got one. Every single one of these, when you get one, it's different. Nobody's got one exactly like this one, because it's all custom made. That's why it's called Wild Country Customs. Check them out on the internet. Tell them the Fat Man sent you. Guys, I've enjoyed doing this video for you. Hope to see you in the woods very soon. Turkey season's coming up. Get them box calls, slate calls, mouth reeds out. Get to practicing so you can get the big turkey out in front of you and you can knock some feathers off of him. See y'all in the next video. Hey y'all, appreciate you watching this video. Hope to see you in the next one. This is Fat Man. I'm gone.